Hello everyone, so today I'll be talking about the Apple IIc computer. So this computer was made in 1984 by Atari Corporation, and it has a number of features on it. Came with a floppy disk drive, an internal floppy disk drive, which you see right here. And this computer still works, by the way. It has this carrying handle. You could hold it like this, you know, carry it. It's about 7 pounds. It's quite heavy. It's definitely heavier than my laptop. And what I wanted to find out was, where was this computer actually made? I also had an Apple IIe back in 1987. I got this computer first in 1985 or 86, and I just want to find out where this is made, and I'll show you where it's made. This is assembled in the USA, as you can see, right under the barcode. It says assembled in USA. So this computer consumes about, the power supply is about 25 volt. I think that's, CPU uses about 18 watts of power. And it has a sound, the sound comes out of there. You have to use a headphone or a speaker and plug it into that port. It has a knob which you can use to adjust the sound right here. The sound did not come out of the monitor, it just came out of the speaker right there. If you want to hook up the monitor, there's a cable for that right there. I think that's a RCA cable. I think that's for the printer. That's for the modem, I think. That's for an additional floppy disk drive if you wanted to get one. I didn't. And there's one for the joystick, a port for the joystick right there. That's the modem, okay. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. So that's not the modem. I don't know what that is either. So right now it's off. So this computer is pretty old. It's roughly about well, it's more than 30 years old. 1984, I think that's when it first came out. Let's see. Yeah, so that's about maybe 38 years old. It's pretty old. So, and that's pretty much it. It has a caps lock thing right there. It did come with instructions. I think it also came with a booklet which showed you how to program in Apple IIc. They called it Apple IIc. So for this computer, you don't have to have a compiler or software to program it. All you really need is a floppy disk to store your copies, whatever you programmed, and the programming language BASIC is in the BIOS. It's in a BIOS chip in this computer, which is good. And a lot of computers back in the day, like even the Commodore 64, had the same thing. You could program stuff by just getting a floppy disk drive. You didn't even need a floppy disk drive. You could just program right on the command prompt or the terminal. But the problem is, if you didn't have a floppy disk drive, you couldn't save what you worked on. That was the thing. That was problem not having a floppy disk drive. The Commodore 64 came with a, I think it came with a cartridge slot. It didn't come with a floppy disk drive. This thing did. It was less expensive than a IBM PC Junior or something like that. And it was pretty easy to use. You didn't have to know any commands to use this computer. Didn't require you to use learn commands like you did when you were using a Microsoft DOS or something like that, or Unix, which required you to learn a lot of commands. This was very user-friendly, like all Apple products still are. They're still very user-friendly. And yeah, this computer was not made in another country. It was assembled here, but maybe the parts were from other places. But I'm not sure about that, because back in the 1980s, a lot of the components for computers were produced in the USA, and it wasn't like that. It's not like that today, but definitely some of the major components for computers today are produced in the USA, like for example, Intel CPUs. They have fabs in the USA, but the other parts for the computer are not produced here, like the case, the optical drive, and stuff like that. But all the major components are. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.